the whole thing with California for me is I lived there 20-something years. I love that place. California is a place, specifically Southern California, I can drive with my eyes closed and I'll know exactly where to go because I know all the freeways. I drove a few 100,000 miles when I was selling insurance policies, going north, going south, going east, everywhere, right, in LA driving. But California has a couple problems with where they're at right now. People are not politically getting involved and fighting back, and they're just sitting there saying yes to it. When you live in a place that doesn't want to hear what you have to say and is their way or the highway, you have one of two choices. You either have to become so powerful, money-wise, influence-wise, where you can fight back. Meet Kevin try to do a little bit, you know, he tried to go out there and do some stuff with that. So you go out there and impose yourself, or you get behind somebody and you say, let me help him out, dude, you got to go run. We got to figure something out to get him in there. You're the right guy for it. Let's get behind him. Let's support somebody. Or you sit there patiently saying maybe one day they're going to change. And last but not least, it's what? You got to leave. Now, you say that to somebody from California that doesn't want to leave. They say things like, but that's cowardly. I said, be careful saying that. Why? You just call your grandparents a coward. What do you mean? Were your grandparents born in California? No. Why did they come here? Well, what does that have to do with anything? They're from Mexico. Your grandparents are cowards. Man, how do you feel knowing your grandparents were cowards? They're not cowards, so why did they leave Mexico? They should have stayed in Mexico. Do you know how conditions were in Mexico? Do you know how conditions are in California? What do you think?
Sure.
So what are you supposed to do? Sit there? You're in Nevada. Why are you not in Santa Monica?
Yeah.
You have 300 miles. You come over here this way. You save yourself 13.3. What are you giving over there for 13.3 that you're seeing being improving? Are you seeing things get better?
All right.
Yeah, so you would much rather come 300 miles this way, build it in a state that says you keep the taxes, do whatever you want to do. You've created jobs here. You're happy, you know. So California needs this Mayor Caruso is good on what he's going to be doing. Hopefully
I
he
hear
wins.
he doesn't have a lot of support, though. I thought when he was running, it seems like he has a lot of great policies. He could bring a lot to the table, but it doesn't seem like he's up the popular vote.
Who says that to you, though?
Polls.
Okay. And who comes up with those polls?
I'm not sure.
Okay,
Yeah.
so, but the point is, like, and who shows me those polls? There's only a few polls I trust, right? I trust Gallup, you know, for the most part, Pew. It's a few polls. There's only a few of them. Like, hey, Fox News poll, CNN poll, MSNBC poll. Come on, guys. Let's not get naive here when they pitch it to us like, oh, you're definitely not one-sided. CNN poll says 82% of America loves the job Joe Biden is doing. Right. You know, Fox News poll says 3% of people support what Joe Biden is doing. Both of them are, you know, kind of. So you have to kind of take for yourself. But I would say the following. If some of the most influential people in LA are starting to like this Caruso guy, you know, and the ones that are not are the ones that fear that maybe there's going to be a movement of guys like him going out there making a change, of course that's going to be scary. And they have the bigger mic. The existing politicians have the bigger mic than the ones that want to be the politicians. The existing politicians are united and they don't want other ideas to come into California. But it's foolish and it's naive for Californians to think California is going to be great forever. You're naive. You go study Detroit to see how Detroit was the richest city in the world. And then all of a sudden, where is Detroit today? When's the last time you said you're going to go, you know, buy a house in Detroit? There's a lot of opportunities, but Detroit's not going to be the next LA or New York anytime soon. So we don't think LA's ever going to lose it all because it's LA. Well, nobody thought Kmart was going to go out of business. Yeah, nobody thought Lehman Brothers was going to go out of business. Nobody thought Countrywide was going to go out of business. Nobody thought a $330 billion WAMU was going to be bought out by Chase for $1.9 billion. Nobody thought WAMU was going to go out of business, just like nobody thinks anything's going to happen to them. But to have your first year where you have a net loss to population since 1851, that's 170 years. For you to have your first year ever since inception, for you to lose people, California, what? First time? I mean, you got to realize there's a lot to be said about that.
Now, my understanding that was 2021.
2021, yeah.
Could that be a lot of people moving after the pandemic?
Okay, so but why are they leaving though?
I would say more space and maybe taking time off work has opened their mind up to different opportunities. I wouldn't have left had it not been for the shutdown. And that for me, because I had a business working as a real estate agent.
When are you going back?
I'm not. Right.
So why not?
Yeah.
But why are you not going back?
I love it here.
That's the point.
Right.
So, but here's the thing. Okay. So say a girl leaves you, okay, and she says, I'm trying to find myself. I'm soul searching. But babe, I love you. Okay. If she comes back a year and a half later knocking on your door saying, you're the love of my life, guess what? Maybe she was really soul searching. Okay. But if you leave California during COVID because our friend here, Graham, was soul searching, and you go find a new girl called Nevada, and you don't come back, you were not soul searching. You found something better.
Sure.
So sometimes the scary part is being arrogant, thinking all of these people are going to come back, and they don't. Miami, go to Miami right now. If you come to Miami, property value skyrocketed, rent up, homes were selling for 15 million, now selling for 30 million, selling for 5 million, now selling for 10 million. People moving there from Citadel, Goldman, trading, Singer, all these guys that moved from DC, Chicago, New York. Did they move there during COVID because they're going to go back to New York? How come they didn't go back to New York? No. When an arrogant guy says the following to a girl, oh, she'll come back. She can never live without me. Oh, buddy, there's a lot of people in the world that are better than you, California. Let me tell you, keep staying cocky like that until people realize, the whole thing we talk about sheltering?
Yeah.
You know how we said it's not good to be sheltered because of public schools? And I said in every society, every city, we are in a way sheltered. Okay. So California sheltered a lot of people. The pitch was a great pitch. Nowhere in the world you're going to have better weather than this. I mean, look at this. The mountains, the water, the weather, the beach. This is the greatest place on the planet. So then 10 people started saying that. 1,000 people started saying that. 100,000 people started saying that. Now people are believing it until they left. And they're like,
well, the weather is pretty good.
Weather is pretty good for vacation. But did you take advantage of the weather every day? No. Weather is incredible at Monaco. Do I want to live there today? No.
Sure.
Weather is great on a lot of places in the world. I don't want to live there though. If you enjoyed this video, I gave a keynote a few weeks ago in Las Vegas, specifically on the topic of cracking a code to content creation. If you've not seen it, click here to watch it. Take care, everybody. Bye-bye.